Hello and welcome back to Sparkle Me Pink. My name's Michelle and today I wanted to play with a couple of the new limited edition or at least seasonal Wet n Wild products. I was recently in Walgreens and I came across the display. I couldn't resist. There was a couple of things that I didn't pick up. I think there was some blushes and some bronzers. The bronzers just looked like really orange to me. Maybe I'm just totally off kilter and maybe somebody else out there will absolutely love them. Let me know if you've tried them and then maybe I have to go back and pick them up and you can sway my mind. But what I did pick up was these two eyeshadows. I believe there was 4 to choose from, but I really liked this one called Dragon Scales because you guys know I love everything that has this like hunter green sort of shade to it. And then I also picked up this very on trend warm golden and like burgundy kind of colorway. I love that it has a transition shade and then they each have like a lighter brow bone color, because I feel like sometimes you get little quads and you're like, oh, now I need to pull from this palette, or now I need to go grab this other one, or I need like a base shade. And I feel like these are really nice all-in-ones. I don't remember what the other colorways were that they had, but they didn't call to me, so that is that. I also picked up this bronzer brush, but I think I'm going to use it for my blush today and the highlighter, which I picked up the Holly Goldhead. Holly Goldhead? Is that how you say that? Holly Goldhead. And this is their exclusive. It says mirror included. What does that mean? Where's the mirror? What? Is there a secret hidden door in this? Oh, what? It like slides out of the back. That's different. I didn't know that. Do all of the compacts like that? So I missed out on the last gold bar that came out, or the highlighting stick one that looked kind of like this. What was it, last year? I was like, no, I don't need it. I have a million highlighters, which I do, but I just saw this and I was like, well, it just looks like me. It looks perfect. I felt like this was kind of like all in the family. And then on the same display, there were these loose pigments, and they had about 6 of these, I want to say. And I picked up this gold-ish shade. I felt like this would really be great for fall and going into Christmas time, kind of pack it onto the lid, or maybe like a cool New Year's look. I love that it's a loose pigment. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started playing. I'm going to apply the Milani Eye Primer. This was a recommendation from Emily Noel. This is one she uses all the time. And since I just was using her palette the other day, if you didn't see that video, I put one up already of the Needs palette, which is really just all of the shades that you would need, like if you were going on a little vacation or you just wanted a very minimalistic makeup look. I think I'm going to follow the little tutorial on the back. It's going to be a nice deep smoky green eye, but why fix what isn't broken? So I'm going to follow the little tutorial on the back. Let's open this up. So you see this mess of boxes and bags right here. All of that is stuff that I ordered off of Amazon. I'm going to be filming a try-on haul, just like I did for the swimsuits, but it's going to be more like fall, kind of getting ready for cooler-ish weather. In Arizona, it's like 1,000,000 degrees, but I wanted to like have some fun with different prints, and there's a couple of dresses in there, which is totally different for me. So I wanted to have fun with it. I hope you guys like that. It'll be up shortly, so keep an eye out for that. So make sure your notifications are turned on. That way you kind of get that little push notification when I upload that, because you're not going to want to miss it. Like, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I am not a style blogger, so it may even just give you a chuckle or two. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and today I wanted to play around with this Luxie brush set that I got in a Generation Beauty like gift box that they had given me. And this is the Eye Essentials Rolled Rose Gold collection. When I say this set is like 50 bucks, but I do own quite a bit of Luxie brushes that I keep up here on hand. So I pulled those for today to exclusively use those, keep it as a part of the family. And oh, look at how cute it came in like a little stand. I don't need that because I have these cute little cups that I got from TJ Maxx and Home Goods. So I'm going to start off by putting the brow bone shade on the inner corner of my lid, because I like to lay down a little bit of a base, some sort of something for the rest of the eyeshadows to stick to. This is just my personal preference, and we'll kind of go from there and get a little bit on the inner corner here to brighten that up already. So then I'm going to pick up this transition shade. Wow, that picks up quite a bit. Like, this is a brand new clean brush and you can see that there. And then I'm going to just put it right in the crease. See, this brush is perfectly fluffy that it's just buffing it out right in the area that I want it to be. It's not like spreading it everywhere. And then I'm gonna go back to this precision shader brush from Luxie, and I'm gonna pick up the eyelid color. All right, I'm gonna start in here, not super close to the inner corner. Oh, it's not super green. Let's see if I can get a little bit more. I'm kind of pack this on. It's another reason why I like doing that lighter shade, so it gives it something to A, grip on, but kind of gives it a base to make the color hopefully pop a little bit more. All right, now you can kind of see it a little bit more. I'm just kind of building up the color a little bit more to be where I want it to be at. And I'm bringing it very close to the inner corner, but not quite all the way in. And then with this Morphe M321 brush, it's just a very dense, small brush. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that crease color. Make sure I only have it on one side of the brush with the point kind of closest to the outside. So the product is only gonna be where it's going to be touching my lid. And I'm just going to buff that in there and into the V here. Then go back in with some eyelid, clean up where I kind of smoosh them together, blend those two colors together. I don't want to pick up any of the green into the crease though, so I want to keep cleaning off my brush if it accidentally gets green. Okay. Then I have this little brush from Studio Gear. It's number 20. It's just a tiny flat brush. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of the brow bone and just redefine that inner corner, pulling it up into the green so that they blend together. See that there? And then this is a clean brush with nothing on it. I'm just using this on top of that transition shade to make it a little bit softer between there and the brow. Clean up using some concealer and my favorite Moda brush to sharpen up this outer corner here, giving us that desired smoky look without being sloppy. And raccoon eyes. I don't want raccoon eyes. Now before I put eyeliner on, I actually want to go in, I want to highlight this inner corner a little bit more today. So I'm going to wet my brush with this mineral eye sealant. I'll link to it down below. This is the only thing I have been using to wet my brushes. It works so much better than just using water. It helps lock in the pigments and the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to wet both sides of the brush and then just kind of like dry it off almost. So I'm wetting it and then making sure it's like thoroughly saturated but not dripping. I'm going to tap out some of the pigment onto a palette. You could use the back of a compact, you could use whatever you want to. I just like to get it off and out of the packaging, and I'm going to pick some up and pressing the pigment into the brush, the wet brush, or damp brush I should say. See how it picks it up really nicely? And then let's go ahead and just pat. Now you have to be careful because it's going to stick where you put it. So you don't want to put it somewhere too high up on the lid because I don't want it in the crease. And blend it a little bit into this green. I like this color so much better than the brow bone color that I was originally using in here. Ooh, this is so pretty. Are you seeing this? Ooh, I went a little too far. I'll have to go back in with the green. I'm going to bring some down here. Inner corner. Ooh, pretty, 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 pretty. Let me throw some eyeliner on. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. I love this stuff so much. It's like the only eyeliner I use now. It spoils me with how easy it is to just kind of go. Oh, that was a little more intense than I wanted it to be. Oh. take my nail and just kind of like carve it out a little bit more. And let's fix. I was being cocky. I was being too cocky with you guys being here with me. All right, that's better. Holy moly, that was a very Amy Winehouse wing there for a second. Just take a little concealer, clean up this little boo-boo right here. Let's take a little bit of the transition shade onto this small fluffy brush and put it under here. Where's my eyeliners at? First one I'm grabbing that's a black eyeliner is just the ColourPop Cream Eye Gel. I think it's just in black. It's called Swerve. Swerve your way over to ColourPop. And I'm just gonna put this in the waterline. I like doing this because I feel like it blends my lashes and the eyelid together. I don't know, I feel like I can see a difference. Maybe it's all in my head. I don't even have that mascara on yet, but I'm seriously loving this look so much. Hold on, I gotta blend this little corner right here. I was looking a little sloppy, but that was relatively easy to pull together. I think you could totally follow along with just the little tutorial in the back, if not watching me as I did it. I think it's almost necessary to have this little inner highlight. I hate to tell you to like buy 2 products, but I just don't think this is bright enough for how I want this inner corner to look. You can even just pat on like a little extra sparkle on top. I'm really loving, little sidebar here, these little pixie, what are these called? Fairy lights, glitters. I wore this to a wedding I went to last night and everyone was like, what is on your eyes? It is just this gorgeous. I mean, this one has like a bronzy tone, but there's like 5 other colors to it. I'll have to like do like a little video on them, or at least a Instagram picture so you guys can see the different colors next to each other. I mean, like, check that out. That is just so freaking gorgeous. Like, if you just tapped a little bit of this right here, I don't want it today because I'm kind of liking the vibes I got going on, but if you're looking for something a little bit more, this is the little extra pop that it will give you, and it's half the price as those Smashbox ones, which are amazing, but you get where I'm going. I'm gonna apply some mascara. I've been really loving this Buxom one. This is a blackest black. I don't know what this is. It's called the Lash Mascara. I don't know. It's in a packaging like this. I've been really liking it. So let me apply this real quick and then we'll move on to blush. And I want to use this really adorable brush. Okay, so I already have some bronzer on. I applied the Maybelline contour stick, just the bronze side, just a little bit right here. And then I topped it off with a little bit of Hoola bronzer. So for blush, I figured it was only appropriate, if I had one that would work out, is this Mellow Wine from Wet n Wild. I don't even know if they have this anymore, but I'm going to use this brush to, do I want to, or do I use, this is really soft, but not dense. It's definitely a little more flimsy. So actually, I think I'm going to apply the blush with just like this Eco Tools blush, because this picks up quite a bit of color. And I'm going to just kind of diffuse it a little bit onto my wrist. See, that even gave like a lot of color, even with packing it onto my wrist. Let's put this highlighting gold bar on my face. We're gonna use, this is where I bring in the Wet n Wild brush. Even though it's supposed to be for bronzer, I feel like this is just beautifully wispy enough and pointed enough that I can pick up just a little bit of product. Make sure I'm getting some on here. I know sometimes there's like a little film on the top. Let's dig in here, make sure I pick up a good amount of product. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. It's got a little bit of a sparkle to it, or a little shimmer. Shimmery shimmer. And let's just go on the tops of the cheeks. Just itty bitty baby bit, nothing crazy. See, it's just a soft little sheen. Nothing crazy. I mean, I don't know what this pink little star is gonna be for, but in my world, it's kind of pointless. Now, I do typically apply highlight with this SL Miss Glam brush because I feel like this is perfectly dense enough, perfectly pointed enough. I think I'm gonna try and just go to town. Let me try to break this up a little bit more. Pick up some more product. Or maybe this is just a very soft, there we go. We got a little bit more that time. You can see I put a little too much blush on. that's okay. We'll just go over a little bronzer and kind of blend it all together. I'm gonna use this brush instead to reapply a little more bronzer just to kind of warm up the face a little bit more now that we have so much blush on. Let's just kind of use it for what it was intended for. It's just very light and wispy. I don't know if this is my favorite. I mean, it feels good. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know, it's just a very gentle application of product. So if you like that, this brush would be perfect for you. Because it doesn't pick up too much product along the way. Yeah, I don't know that I'm blown away by this. Let's kind of swatch it out. I'm really digging my finger into there. Maybe it's just too soft. Like I have something very similar already with my Essence Pure Nude highlighter. I feel like I get the same vibe. If not, I like it better. See how it's just a very soft highlight? This is too. I mean, this one's a little more dry looking than the Essence. The Essence looks more like smooth and soft, whereas this one definitely has, you could see the texture a little bit more. So I like this one a little bit more. I'm not totally sold on the highlighting bar, but I do like the eyeshadows, and the brush is kind of like a, I am going to tease you, and I'm not going to do any lipstick in this video because I didn't pick up any of the Wet n Wild ones, but right next to the Wet n Wild display was a Rimmel display. And I picked up these new Stay Satin. So I know they already have out the Stay Mattes, and I have not tried those either. But this is the new formula. This is Stay Satin, and I got these 3 different colors. I felt like they would look really well with this eye look. So I'm gonna try that on in another video. That way they can get their own special spotlight and feature. And you'll have to let me know which color will look best with this eye look going on. So be sure to check that out if it's not out already. When it is, I'll put a little card right here. Be sure to hit the subscribe button before you head out to the next video, and hit the notification bell so you can get little push notifications when I upload new videos, since it's so sporadic. And yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and check out my Facebook groups because I have individual ones listed down below for different categories and different things, topics to chat about. I forgot to talk about my shirt. Can I show you this shirt? It says Game Day Vibes, and it is like the longer sleeves, because I'm like super self-conscious about my arms. I hate my arms. And it's long, but not like super long, and you can kind of like maybe tie it if you want to, or tuck it into like little jeans. I thought this was so cute. It's from Sense of Style. I will link to it down below. I bought it myself. I just thought, oh my gosh, I had to have it when I saw it. We are a big football and basketball family here, and it's 'tis the season. Speaking of 'tis the season, I'm also sipping on some pumpkin smoothie right here. I will talk about that down there as well, as to not hold you any longer. I'm